Hello, and welcome to Searching for Scary. First video, first appearance, whatever you want to call it. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found it. If you're like me, you're a huge horror lover. You've probably been searching through YouTube and magazines and whatever else you can get your hands on for some new scary stuff. I'm here today to give you that new scary item that you're looking for, or at least to recommend it. So what I am planning on making this channel do is have at least one video a week where I am uh, advertising or trying to bring to your attention one horror book, comic book, manga, and a movie. So hopefully these are some things that you have not seen before, haven't read before, and something that's maybe a little bit off the beaten trail, something that's a little different from what you would usually watch. So let's get started. And if you like this kind of content, or if you like looking for scary items, I can make that easier for you. Just like and subscribe. Leave any notes you think about the video, any horror stuff that you think I might like in the comments below. I'd love to get some feedback. Love to also find some new scary stuff myself. So let's start with this week's recommendations. The first one is going to be a book, and the book is Pen Pal by Dathan Arbach. It is about $6. You can find it on a lot of different places. It is at Barnes & Noble for $10, but it's on a whole bunch of different used bookstores online for $6. Keep it short and sweet here. If you're looking at the screen, there's a little boy on the cover. The book starts off with this child entering kindergarten, and one of their first assignments is to take a picture of themselves, write a short synopsis of who they are, attach it to a balloon, send that balloon off, and they are in a small town, with the hopes of somebody finding that balloon and responding back to them with a picture and a synopsis of who they are, kind of get the kids into how mailing works, but also to maybe meet a friend, a pen pal within their small community. What happens is everybody else gets something back, not this one child. At the end of the year, after he's been asking his teacher and his mom and trying to find out why he's not getting anything back and all the other kids have, and they all have a pen pal, they finally call him in, the teacher does, and she says, here is the envelopes we've been getting for you. We don't know why or who this is, so here you go. Give this to your mother. So he goes home, they open up the envelope. It's all pictures, just random pictures of things throughout their town. It's like a mall, a parade, some other items, just other places throughout the town. Really nothing very overt as far as what they're showing. It's not until the next day, and I apologize, I can't remember if it's him or his mother, but one of them realizes that in each picture he is present, whether it's in the crowd, in the background, he's in every picture. So whoever or whatever has gotten a hold of this little boy's picture has been tracking him. That's just the first chapter. It gets a little creepier with each chapter, and the whole premise of this book is that the author had this happen several times throughout his childhood, but he didn't know what it was, or he didn't know that he was in danger as a child because they all seemed like incidents that are separated. And it was not until he's an adult that he puts all of these things together and realizes what was going on throughout his childhood. Really, really good. Really, really creepy. If you have not read it, I'd definitely go out and get it, especially for the price. It's not a very long book. It is very, very good. And the author actually started off by doing creepypastas. He's awesome. Check it out. It will definitely be worth the money. Next is a comic. This one I will keep even shorter. This comic actually just came out this past Wednesday. It is from Zenescope, Grim Tales of Terror. They are currently only doing quarterly comics as far as their horror scene is concerned. This one is solely focused around H.H. Holmes. So if you don't know him, he is one of the most prolific serial killers in United States history. He did own a hotel. He was a doctor. He killed several people, and he killed them inside of his hotel, which made it very hard to find him and arrest him, which is why his killed count got so high. But knowing that, just want to give you a little background on Zenescope as well. They take things like this, things that have really happened, things that are real life horror situations, and or they will take a very well-worn story like the hook hand guy, someone in the back seat of your car, those kind of stories that everybody knows or at least has heard of, and they will put their little twist on it. And their twist can be maybe just the twist ending, or it can be different details throughout the story. I have been picking up dozens of their comic books for years now, and I have never been disappointed. This one is no exception. It's amazing. It's a really great story, really great artwork. This cover is amazing. It got rated the #1 cover for the week. It's all around great. It is $9, but it is longer than your just regular weekly comic book. It's about 54 pages. It's really good. Again, worth the time. You can go on eBay. You can go to a comic shop if you have one near you. You might not be able to find this exact cover, but tell them the title. They will find it for you. Like I said, it's expected to be about $9. Next is our manga. It is The Drifting Classroom, and it initially came out in volume form, so I believe there's 23 volumes of this. I bought it way back then when it was in individual volumes. Volume 7 stopped being printed by Viz Media, and so that one volume was really super expensive. Since then, they have just released an omnibus, meaning that it's all the editions in one huge book, and that price is about $27. It is at Barnes & Nobles, and it is a few other bookstores. So look around, expect to pay about $27. But as far as the book and what it's about, the boy on the cover that you're looking at, he goes to school one day, he has a fight with his mother, just a crazy morning. He finally gets to school, and while they're in class, an explosion goes off. After the explosion goes off, the kids and the teachers go outside. They're seemingly okay, but when they go outside, they realize that they are the only thing around. Everything around them has turned to ash and to desert, and they're not sure if this was a bomb that went off and we spared the school, if they got transported to another, like a parallel dimension. They're not really sure what happened. I mean, everything ranges from we got abducted by aliens to we died and we're in hell, and they totally have no idea. It's really, really interesting, really intriguing. The first volume or the first couple of pages, if you buy the omnibus, will catch your attention, and by the time you get to about the middle of the series, it's going to be one of those books you struggle to put down, because each page is going to give you a little bit more, and you're going to keep wanting the answers behind these things. It's really good. One thing I will tell you that I really appreciated is that the teachers that are in the school are the only really adults in the whole book. And as you can imagine, there's way more children than there are adults in the school. And it becomes pretty evident pretty quickly which adults are there to help the kids and which are there to kind of do what they want with the kids. It gives it a whole nother dimension, and there are additional like monsters and cosmic horror kind of things that are thrown in here. So it's a horror, and it's really a horror for everybody, whether you like cosmic horror, whether you like monsters and zombies, and maybe you're just scared of parallel dimensions, whatever it is, this book is going to have it for you. So it's really, really great read. It's significantly long, so the $27 might seem a bit pricey, but I guarantee you if you buy this, you're going to be reading it for at least a day or two. I mean, really, you have to really be dedicated to finish this in a weekend. Probably going to take you a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and move on to the movie for the week. So the movie is the Poughkeepsie Tapes. First things first, it is absolutely free to watch this movie. It is on Amazon Prime if you have the subscription, but it's also on Pluto and Tubi. Pluto and Tubi being free services. You just have to download it on your Roku or your laptop, whatever you got. As far as the movie itself, if you look at the picture, it's already disturbing. But to give you a little detail on what it is, it's a mockumentary, so it's given to you in the form of a documentary about a serial killer. And it's a serial killer that they, as in the FBI and the police, cannot pin down. And he's moving throughout the country, and he's killing different people in different ways, and it gets really creepy. And that the serial killer himself is just very odd, and the way he treats his victims is just so dehumanizing, and it does get graphic. Now, I will tell you, if you are against, or if you have a very weak stomach when it comes to like violence to children, or you get really uneasy with that, you might not want to watch this. But if you're okay with that and you can stomach it, give it a watch. It's good. This is one of the few movies I've seen in years that had me getting up to check and see if my doors were locked after I finished the movie. On that note, I will tell you, I watched this movie at 1 o'clock in the morning by myself in my living room. So please do not watch this movie at noon when the sun is out and you have friends over or whatever, and then comment back like, oh, this wasn't scary, this was so dumb, blah, blah. I get it. Nothing is scary if you watch it in the middle of the day with a bunch of people. Take the time, set the scene right, and put it on. You'll like it. It will do the job. It's going to give you a good creep factor. The way it's presented, not to say that this is a true story about a particular serial killer, but it will make you feel very cautious of strangers that are around you. Either way, guys, that's been it. That's the 4 recommendations for this week. Like I said, moving forward, I plan to make one of these a week, if not more, so that you have one recommendation of each of these categories throughout the week, whatever you're into, whether it's reading, watching, listening to. I want you to have something new, something different that's scary. Like I said, if you know something that you want to share with the rest of us that you think is scary, that you've watched and has not gotten its rounds, it's maybe not mainstream, put it in the comments below. I'm sure me and other people would like to watch it. Again, thank you for watching the video. Thank you for finding the video. Please like and subscribe, and let's get scary together. You have a great day.